Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. What's a beer style? There's a fly in here and I'm going to kill it. Or murder it. What's a beer style I haven't reviewed in a very long time? And I'm excited because it's been a bit. This fly. Anyway, a Belgian style triple. Thoms from 5E Baron Brewing. It's a 9% alcohol by volume. Belgian style triple. It was canned a month and a half ago. Lot 420. Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I had a Belgian triple, and I can tell you for sure I've never had a Belgian triple out of a can, I don't think. I love this glass. You want to know why? I love thin glassware. It's my favorite thing. Still right. Yeah, Belgian triple. It has been a minute. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite styles of all time. But when you talk about when I got into beer, it was very much through the Belgian door. So it was a beer that I've drank a ton of, stylistically. You know, there are ones that I think are epically fantastic. But if I'm going to reach for a Belgian, 99% of the time it's going to be a double or dark. Quad is also up my alley. But a triple, when it's done right, can really do it for me. And this one definitely looks the part of being done right. It has that nice soft cloudiness, that rich amber straw-like color. Beautiful, super tight, compact bubble head. It's almost a prerequisite for a Belgian triple. Soft carbonation. I mean, it looks the part. It actually looks the part of a hazy IPA also, but it definitely looks the part of a Belgian triple. It's kind of nose. Yeah, unmistakably Belgian from a yeast standpoint. And, you know, that's pretty much where they hang their hat. Sweetness, big malty sweetness. Almost like, it's not like, it smells like there's a little bit of extra Belgian candied sugar added to it. Because it doesn't smell like just a straight up malt sweetness, but it is that kind of soft, slightly clovey, slightly banana phenolic that you get from this beer that really kind of brings it home to that kind of triple kind of world. Big sweetness, man. That sweetness is so nice, but that's what you need in a Belgian triple. You're talking about 9%, or is it 9 and change? 9%, you know, you're expecting something quite sweet, and you're getting it here in the nose, at least a precursor of sweet. Obviously, you can't smell sweet, but, and then you have this just cool banana, slightly clovey thing kind of floating around in it. Added sweetness from something beyond malt. We're done and done. There's, you know, Belgian triples, well, very hard to pull off. I don't think they're hyper complicated. I think a lot of it has to do with the yeast you use, and here it smells like a Belgian beer. Let's put it that way. A lot of American Belgians don't smell like Belgian beers. They smell like an American brewery making a Belgian beer. This smells the part. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. Man. See, I remember why I like these beers. And this is going to turn into one of those videos where I bitch and moan about not drinking these beers more often, so I apologize in advance. Yeah, it's really nice. It pulls off a cool trick. And I think, you know, I know. It's a combination of attenuation. It's a combination of the yeast. I think there's a little bit of bittering at play here. Is that it's sweet? But it's not sweet. You know, it pulls this trick off where you know, like, okay, that's a sweet beer, but if it finishes dry and there's a pop of bittering on there, and since it is fully attenuated, that little dollop of sweetness that lingers but is not overly sweet. Like I said, it's almost like it's akin to Belgian candied sugar, but almost like a honey addition to me. There's something about it that makes me think more honey. But anyway. That's the gold trick it pulls off. It's sweet, but not really all that sweet. And that's a beautiful thing, especially at these high ABV beers. That clove banana thing is definitely here in spades. I'm going to kill this fly. Oh, man. Almost got it. Definitely here in spades. And it has this... It marries well with the way the beer finishes, because since it finishes dry, since it has that little bit of spicy pepperiness, that's the word I'm looking for, rather than clove, even though that's there, it's more pepperiness. it bridges the gap between, I should say, the finish is. They're called words, and they're hard. There's a bridge between the middle of the beer to the finish that transitions from the peppery spiciness to that drier bittering finish, and they're both playing in concert, and I think that comes off really, really cool. The malt, like I said, and sweetness to it without being overly sweet. It really does come off to me like a classic Belgian style triple. And here's the thing, here's the kicker. Almost all the Belgian triples that I've ever had in my life have been aged quite long. Back when I got into the beer in the late 90s and early aughts, if you get a Belgian triple, chances are it was at least a couple years old because it sat on the shelf. So I never got this kind of little bit of bittering that I tend to get on these fresher ones because that was all kind of aged out of those beers. So this is probably a little bit more true to style than even I would give it credit for, because I bet you if I had a West Malt triple or a Lucifer or something along those lines, only a month and a half old, it would show a bit more bittering. And I dig that. I like that component to it. It balances off that. It's not, and we're not confusing it with like an IPA level bitterness here, obviously, but a bit more bittering than I'm used to in a Belgian triple, and I think it balances off the sweetness a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I don't love me some aged Belgians, darks, triples, whatever. I think they are by far and away the one of, if not the best. I mean, barley wine and Belgian beers are the king shit of fuck mountains to ageable beers. Really beautifully aged Belgian triple is a sight to see and a taste to behold. But fresh, it's really cool too. And honestly, it's like I guarantee you. Let's put it this way. I know for a fact I would have not have drank a Belgian triple this year if this cane didn't land on my table here. I'm trying to think of the last time I drank a Belgian triple. I think I picked up maybe a West Malt triple. Kind of something in my brain makes me think that I had one. But that's the thing. It's a style I just don't drink all that much anymore, and whenever I drink it, I kind of get angry at myself for skipping it. So, yeah, more the reason to do a little bit more classics. So, yeah, very tasty. Spot on. Pulls a cool trick off, like I said. Sweet, but not really sweet. But the even cooler trick is it drinks like a Belgian beer. It doesn't drink like an American or Canadian brewery trying to make a Belgian beer, which is more often than not the case when breweries over here try to do those things. So, very, very cool. I dig quite a bit. I appreciate the cut. Thank you very much, Jacob and 5e. Very glad to have this kind of come across my desk because it's going to make me want some stuff. It's Belgian season, baby. Holidays are for drinking Belgians, at least for me. So, yeah, this is a nice little kickoff. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better Belgian triples I've had as late. Default to the top. In general, is it one of the better ones? Yes. Is it Mount Rushmore? It's up there. Value and availability. Quebecians. I'm going to stick with that one. Quebecians, let me know what's what. And leave you with, if you like this, I feel like Belgian triples. On the fucking nose, but that's the truth. 5e, have you been in the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of holiday beer. So I'm going to call this a holiday beer because, hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.